Hi, my name is Maya Bodwin, and the innovation that I researched this semester was computer-based digital forensics. And this is the website that I've created. This is my Google site, so this is my homepage. So I created my website on Google site by starting with the homepage, obviously, to introduce the subject. Firstly, I added this banner and then this title, and then also my name. And then this is a GIF I made. It includes a picture of me, a picture that I felt was important to incorporate, and then also my logo. And then this blurb here is about question A, which I'll get to in a little bit. But first, this blurb of text was incorporated using embedded text, not just regular text. So that's how I did that. So it was more like the coding side of things. So throughout the semester, I added multiple pages. So this is my impact page. So it has a TED Talk linked that I included because it's from a digital forensic scientist. And he speaks to his audience about what he does throughout his day and how it contributes to investigations. And I thought it was really important to add because it shows basically what his day-to-day is and gives you more of an understanding of what the job entails. I also included on here, this is the link to my Google survey that I put out, and then this is the infographic I made, and then if you scroll down further, it's my chart that I got from the responses. And then I also have technical aspects and my references at the end, but we'll get back to those things. So firstly, I would say in comparison to HIPS and CSS, creating a website from Google Sites is a lot easier because you basically just get the basic coding done for you and you're able to build it up from that point rather than doing the in-depth coding. So that was really easy, especially as someone starting out. And then Google Sites basically just stores your data, stores all the data from your website and puts it into a file in your drive on your computer, and then it can be once you publish it, it can be accessed via the link or if someone typed in the exact title. So then to start with my GIF, the way I made my logo part of it, which is this image right here, I made that through Pixlr, which is the website that we use to Photoshop. I made that, basically I clipped the picture of the computer and then I added the border around it. I added the text and then I made it into, I just clipped it and used it as a logo. So that's how I did that. And then yeah, I also, to find specific images, I use specific search engines such as like digital forensics graph or digital forensics sequence of events to find graphics that I thought were important. So now we'll get into each of the questions. So for A, the question was indicate my innovation and a clear description of its purpose. So my innovation was computer-based digital forensics. And it's an essential aspect of criminal investigations. And it's really important because now a lot of crimes that are committed do happen through social media, or we are pretty much all always on our phones. So whether or not the crime itself happened on social media or on the computers, we can still get a lot of evidence from computers just based on someone's last whereabouts, whether if they're on a phone and it tracked their data, or the last thing they posted on social media or anything like that. So it's really important. So yes, and then we're gonna go to my impact page. So as I talked about, this is the TED Talk. So for B, a benefit and or harmful effect. So the harmful effect I had was that it's possible because the technology is new and there's not a lot of laws around digital forensics and modern technology. There is the potential for infringements on individual privacy. So basically, like as it grows, the courts have to keep up with the technologies by instituting laws that ensure the right to privacy. So in many cases, it can be harmful for wrongfully accused people if their internet access and computers have been investigated because people may view it as a violation of their rights. For C, the impact that the innovation has had on society, economy, or culture. So I chose society, and it has definitely aided in the arrest of many criminals who would have otherwise not been found without the recovery of digital evidence. And that obviously leads to a safer society with those criminals behind bars. So then for D, one field other than computer science that is innovative or that has impacted or has the potential to impact. So obviously the innovation has impacted the field of criminology, specifically obviously the judicial system as well, because it's allowed law enforcement to keep up with the growing section of cybercrimes. So without this innovation, cybercrimes would be completely unregulated and unable to be investigated by police, so that they would be a bigger the criminals would be a bigger danger to society. And then, like I said before, my graphics. So I used Google Survey. It was really easy. I created the survey based off of the questions that were provided to me. And then I used it. I sent it out to a bunch of people. I sent it out to multiple of my classes. One of my classes was a criminology class, and one was just a political science class. So I got a lot of good responses, and I tried to get as many different type of people as I could. And then for the graph I chose at the bottom, the one that was important to me was this one. On the scale of 1 to 10, or on a scale of 1 to 5, how much do you think the innovation has had on society in general? And I thought it was really interesting. Based on everyone's responses, I found that a lot of people thought that it was very impactful. And it was important for me to see how the general public views computer-based digital forensics. Since I myself am a criminology major, I obviously feel like it's very important, but a lot of people don't have the background knowledge that I do. So it was important to me to find out what other people thought. So then for technical aspects, we have E, so that's how a user interacts with the innovation. A user would be a digital forensic analyst, and they would use digital forensics, obviously, to collect the digital evidence, identify criminal activities, trace financial misconduct, and many more. They can also trace not only the victim, so like what last sites they were on, what they last spent their money on, if there's anything like through there, but also can track potential suspects and see if there's any connection between the two. And then for F, describe in detail how the innovations technology incorporates one of the large ideas. So computer-based digital forensics uses algorithms to analyze large databases, piece together timelines, recover fragmented pieces of evidence, and identify patterns within the digital evidence. And then under here, I've just included a video about understanding digital forensics. It basically is just a pretty straightforward video. And like I said, the video explains how digital forensic is used in an investigation by scientists that work with the evidence. And then I have my references page. My favorite reference is the top one. It's called a historical perspective of digital evidence, a forensic scientist's view, and it was created in 2002. And I really like this reference because it shows me a historical perspective, and especially how much things have changed since then. So obviously 2002, that was right at like the conception really of social media, and now everything's changed since then. So it gave me a good reference and a new perspective on how much has changed since the beginning of digital forensics, and it has given me something to compare the current practices to. So this is all for my presentation on the power of computer-based digital forensics. I hope you enjoy, and thank you for watching.